So, off rip, let's get one thing extremely clear. I want to play Dragon Quest XII. I am excited for Dragon Quest XII. I have been since 2021 when it was initially announced, and even before that, because I am at least a monochrome of a Dragon Quest fan, right? I played Dragon Quest, I believe it was 6 on the DS back in the day, and then I played a little bit of 7, I think, somewhere, and then obviously I didn't jump back into the franchise until 11. But with the announcement of Dragon Quest XII, I always intended to go through the entirety of the series as I do with Final Fantasy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get through some of these original RPGs and see where they came from and where they are now, you know what I'm saying? And with the HD 2D remasters of Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 just kind of floating around, you know what I'm saying? I want to delve into that world again, right? And I was just kind of waiting for the hype cycle to begin, for Dragon Quest XII, because I figured, I may as well wait till it's a little bit closer so that I have an excuse to just jump back into Dragon Quest and just bulldoze through that series, right? So that was the initial plan. Obviously, Dragon Quest XII was announced in 21. It is now officially the middle of 2026. Like, deadass. We are already halfway through the year. I'm gonna throw up, actually, right? But with that new reveal for Dragon Quest XII, right? It looks solid. It looks good. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's definitely still a little bit of a ways away, but with the little bit that we do have, it's very clear that they've been hard at development for some time now, and that's really, really good to know, right? Now, here's the thing, somebody, or a couple people had brought up, obviously, when it comes to Square Enix, it's always got to be a pissing contest of what game is coming out first, especially between the big three, being Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy VII Part 3, and Kingdom Hearts 4, right? Now, I have little doubt in my mind that of the big three, Kingdom Hearts 3 is not, or 3, sorry, Kingdom Hearts 4 is nowhere near release, right? The closest ones now are Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, and with this recent trailer and, the recent information that we kind of got, Dragon Quest 12, right? And that is very concerning to a lot of people, because here's the thing, they gave us a little bit of information in regards to Dragon Quest 12, in which they confirmed that the game was internally restarted, right? They completely reset development. They scratched what they had, they took some ideas here and there, and they restarted development completely, right? And that is crazy, right? Because the last time I remember hearing about something like that was Metroid Prime 4. And we didn't receive Metroid Prime 4 until, was that last year? Now? Or like a couple months ago, essentially, right? We've been waiting like 9 years on that game. It got announced in 2017, before the Switch was even in our hands, I think. And we didn't get that game for almost a decade. So with Dragon Quest, right, major difference here is that we don't know when internal reset happened. We just know that it happened now, and we have in-game footage now. We have seen cutscenes, we have seen a little, not like an insane amount of gameplay or anything like that, just kind of running through fields as they do when it comes to a tease, right? But we have now seen more of Dragon Quest 12 than we did of Metroid Prime 4 back when it was first announced, and we hit its, 5-year mark or something like that. We had seen nothing of Metroid Prime until it was getting closer to release. With Dragon Quest, we're only like 5 years in now, and we have now seen some gameplay. So it's like, okay, cool. What does that mean for the rest of the Square Enix projects? Because how does this lineup work now? Because now we actually have footage of Dragon Quest 12. We have gotten great news on development in regards to Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, in which the game has been played through 40 times. Obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean that the game is like anywhere near, like, well, I don't want to say anywhere near finished, but, you know, they probably didn't do, like, all of the content available. They just ran straight through the bare bones version of the game, and now they're doing a lot of filling in the gaps with stuff in terms of development, right? So, with Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, while we've gotten great news, we don't actually know what the timeline is looking like as for when we'll actually see the game, right? I mean, we do have Summer Games Fest coming up this week, so that will be something for sure, but you know, with those two games getting great news and actual gameplay footage, we now look towards Kingdom Hearts 4 and we think, okay, so what the hell is going on? Because it's now past year 4 anniversaries, a canceled game, and we have yet to hear anything from the team in of itself, and we have yet to see any real gameplay outside of the screenshots that was used for damage control. And even in those gameplay screenshots, or just general screenshots, I can't even say gameplay screenshots, you have like 2 gameplay screenshots, we're not working with much that looks even remotely finished, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like a pissing contest now, like, okay, what's going on now? Like, who's coming out first? Who's winning this next race? Because I need to know, you know what I'm saying? I need to know where my expectations need to lie, right? Because at this point, we already know of the big 3, Kingdom Hearts 4 is not coming out first, but now a lot of people are concerned that Kingdom Hearts 4 ain't even coming out second. There's no way that Dragon Quest 12 comes out before 4, because that means we have more information regarding 2 major Square Enix titles that would come out before, and that would also mean that they would need to space out their major releases, right? There's no way that if one of these games is coming out at the end of this year, which I highly doubt, right? I'm pretty, like, certain, almost positive, that if we get any more information in regards to these games, one of them is dropping in 27, which means the next one is probably either late 27, early 28, and then maybe the last one will drop early to mid 2029. Don't tell me I need to wait till 29 until Kingdom Hearts 4. I can't do it. Because that would be utterly ridiculous for a game that got internally restarted to have more information. And another concern a lot of people are talking about is the potential fact that Kingdom Hearts 4 has had internal resets and stuff like that. And I have no doubt in my mind that at the very least, we've had internal delays. I think that they have, you know, they had plans for when they could have maybe gotten this game out, but obviously there was a lot of complications. And you have to understand, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, it's a lot more of a complicated situation when it comes to developing those games, only because they have to take into account now, you know, especially after Kingdom Hearts 3, they have a little bit of a high ceiling to hit, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like graphical capabilities, in terms of the worlds they can use. And when it comes to the worlds they can use, that is the bitch and a half that they have to fight with, because there's a lot of copyright situations that goes on with that, and because of that, you never know what kind of plug can get pulled, right? We were supposed to have I think we were supposed to have both Toy Story and Treasure Planet in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Or, no, sorry, Toy Story was supposed to be in Kingdom Hearts 1, I believe. Either way, Treasure Planet was supposed to be a thing in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and we don't know exactly what happened to that, but it definitely got scrapped, right? And when it comes to, you know, modern stuff, you know, scrapping something is huge. As much work as it takes to develop a game, having to scrap something that took just months upon months of development to have to scrap that, not only is there, like, arguments in the boardroom, but then there's a matter of just how much time was already put into it, right? So it's just like, Kingdom Hearts is such a complex issue when it comes to development because of how much stuff they have to work around when it comes to Disney too, you know what I'm saying? And so we have to be considerate of that, right? We don't know what worlds are going to be presentable in Kingdom Hearts 4 just yet. We don't know what kind of Disney worlds we're going to be seeing. 2 of the big boys that we kind of expect to see, or at least one of them, is Star Wars, and we might see some Marvel in there, you know. With the acclamation of those universes through Disney, you know, it would be kind of foolish not to utilize at least one of the 2. We know Star Wars is going to be a thing, but Star Wars, both of those franchises are just oh my god, a monolith type of a mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, who owns what, who goes where. Kingdom Hearts being owned by 2 different major companies is already a struggle in of itself, a battle within itself. So having to get other franchises that are already within their own internal struggles, you know what I'm saying? If they were to try to get Spider-Man or something like that, oh my god, it's not just Disney, you gotta fight with Sony too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole thing, right? So it's just like, there's just so much that goes into that we have to be considerate of. And it sucks. It really sucks to think that way. But that's how it goes. And because of that, you know, it's much easier for development to progress a lot smoothly within, you know, games that are a little bit more, or a lot more self-contained, like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 is probably the easiest of the three, only because not only are they reutilizing assets that they've built within the last decade through the course of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, but they already have a majority of a script to follow when it comes to the original Final Fantasy VII, and then just kind of building upon that. They're just kind of playing around with the characters in a much deeper fashion than they could back in, what was it, 97 with the original. So you know, they have a clear goal, a straight shot, they have all the assets, they're just playing around. It would not shock me if we saw something from Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 either at Summer Games Fest or maybe at Tokyo Game Show or something later this year, if Square Enix has some form of a presence there, right? And then when it comes to Dragon Quest, you know, again, we just got information, we just got a trailer, a teaser with actual cutscenes and a little bit of gameplay, so that's definitely on the horizon. I mean, it may not be finished, but the fact that it looks that good, that high quality, it's within the next year. That much is very, very, very certain. But Kingdom Hearts, complete, utter silence in a canceled game. It's so painful to think that, yeah, there is a potential reality in which, I don't think it's extremely likely, I don't think it's crazy likely, but there is a slight possibility in which we do live in a world where we receive Kingdom Hearts 4 last, and that is a crazy, crazy concept to me. Right? The state of gaming is in too dangerous of a state right now to have to wait that long. To wait another 3 potential years for a game that was announced in 22, brother. That's too long. That is simply too long. So, I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this situation. Again, I don't think that's 100% the case. It is potentially a situation in which, you know, they had just enough to show off with Dragon Quest 12 that they had to be like, okay, they're waiting on us, like we got stock in this, we got to do something, we got to show them something, we got to show them that this game actually exists. And so here we are with a teaser of actual gameplay and cutscenes that look really, really high quality. That's a beautiful looking game. Like, that style is beautiful, right? And obviously, you know, we also have to take into account, you know, Akira Toriyama's passing too. You know, obviously he had a lot of work to do on that, on Sandland, sparking Dragon Quest, or Dragon Ball Xenoverse, you know. So it's just crazy to think about all the things that have potentially hindered what was going on with Dragon Quest, and we still got more from that than we did with Kingdom Hearts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't say more because technically now we're up to speed with what we got with Kingdom Hearts, but difference is we have actual in-house game, or not, in-engine gameplay, as opposed to the mock-up that we had in 22 with Kingdom Hearts 4, where that is not real gameplay. That is just like an animation made to showcase what the gameplay could potentially look like. And they made that animation and they just kind of played with cameras and stuff like that, just camera angles and things around the animation to showcase what we could be looking at. It's a concept, right? And who knows, like by the time we actually receive the game, it probably won't even look like that. It definitely won't look anything like that. But who knows how far we are away from even seeing that, right? Because if they have gone past 4 anniversaries with no major information, I'm not holding out hope on Summer Games Fest. I'm not holding out hope on Tokyo Game Show later this year at all. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not. So I don't know. Dragon Quest 12, it looks really good. I'm really excited. That would be insane if we got that first. That would be insane if we got that first, right? So I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this, but overall, I'm just generally excited for Gaming Christmas this week. And if we could get more info on Dragon Quest XII or Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 anytime soon, I'm a happy camper. Those will definitely hold me over perfectly fine. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth, absolutely within my top 10. Love those games to hell and back. I'm working through Final Fantasy VII Remake again for a long form video. I hope you guys will enjoy. But we'll get to that when we get to that. It's gonna be a minute before that one comes out straight up, but that's okay. That's okay. Won't take as long as Kingdom Hearts 4, right? So anyway, that just about does it from me. So I'm passing the mic over in your direction, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you agree that we are looking at a potential situation in which Kingdom Hearts 4 might come out sometime after Dragon Quest XII and Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, which means we might not see it for another potentially 2 to 3 years, depending on the situation with Square Enix? Or am I off my rocker? Kingdom Hearts 4 is fine. We're gonna see it well before Dragon Quest 12, and its release date is pretty much imminent. We'll probably see something of it this year. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always gonna be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and do just that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm Gonzo. Thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!